Alright, well I guess I'll start from the beginning. So what happened is I rolled up to this spot and just saw like 50 birds going crazy in really shallow water. Like right on the shoreline, so probably like 6 inches to a foot of water. So naturally I had to walk down and go check it out. Alright, so here you can see just one little pod of peanut bunker all balled up. They're definitely nervous, and for good reason. And then you can see this striped bass cruising. He's not really big, he's definitely a schoolie, but he's kind of like mean mugging, man. He looks like he's not worried about a thing. He's just cruising by. And it also looks like this fish has been caught before, because he's got some damage on his lip you can see there. If I were to guess, this fish definitely had a hook go through his lip at one point. Look at this, man. Utter mayhem. Here's where things really start getting crazy. So as you can see, these bass are blitzing right at my feet. And when I start looking at this underwater footage, the thing that really surprises me is the sheer number of stripers in this shallow of water. And you just gotta appreciate how coordinated these fish are. I mean, there's gotta be like at least 20, 30, 40 fish in like a foot of water, and they're not hitting rocks, they're not hitting each other. It's crazy how coordinated they are in the midst of such mayhem. So right here, man, honestly might be my favorite part of this video. You can see a big school of striped bass actively feeding on these peanut bunker in crystal clear water. This is pretty insane. And one thing I noticed after looking at this footage is that these fish attack from the bottom up. Almost, if you want to think of it at a large scale, almost as a great white breaches on a seal. Obviously it's not nearly to that level, but you can see these fish swim up very fast and break the surface of the water going after these peanut bunker. So while we're shore fishing, that's the splashes we're seeing. It's these fish coming up from underneath the bait and blowing up on them. So this is a pretty cool perspective on the feeding patterns of stripers. And one thing I noticed in this clip right here is that even when these stripers aren't actively feeding, they seem to always stay together. The school of stripers never really breaks up, and when they're not feeding, they're just kind of cruising around together. So I wonder if they're kind of planning their next attack or what's going on there, but I really didn't see too many lone wolves in this scenario. So honestly, I really only captured a fraction of what was going on here. These fish were blowing up on these peanut bunker for 3 days. 3 full days. Every morning, every afternoon, and honestly, sometimes during all hours of the day. So you just have to picture the sheer amount of bait and fish in the area to fuel a blitz for 3 days. I really only got a portion of it. There was bait literally everywhere. That's honestly the best way I can describe it. It was just everywhere. And right here is a pretty cool shot of a big school of peanut bunker. When the camera's up close and personal, these fish are pretty tantalizing, man. You see like little flashes of silver and how they all kind of move in unison. And you know, the little like tiny movements they make, it's kind of like almost satisfying in a way to watch. So right here is just a cool shot. The water looks really blue here, and you just see the stripers cruising in, and honestly, it just looks like a really healthy ecosystem. And here's another really cool scene I was able to capture. These are definitely the smallest stripers I got on camera, but it really showcases their speed here. When they swim close to the camera and dart off, you can just see how fast they're able to propel themselves, even at such a small size, and they're able to navigate the rocks so easily. So just little clips like that really showcase how cool these fish are. Alright, man, and here's the grand finale. Just another really cool shot of stripers right in my face eating peanut bunker. Just really cool stuff. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I really love watching this footage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. I think there's a lot you can learn just from watching this. Just get a good idea of how these fish behave during a blitz. You know, falls around the corner. This is, you could say this is doing your homework, you know? But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these underwater shots, and I'll see you on the next one. Also, check out my website.